the sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright, under 17 USC 107. Welcome to the show, Black Male Advice TV. We are in the building, late night edition, and we are pretty much going to be talking about a very serious topic. There won't be no comedy in this video. There won't be no jokes. Somebody have to bring forth this information because I see that there is a serious problem, and if you ladies don't wake up to this information, you're gonna be lost forever. I'm not laughing. I'm not sharing no commentary tonight. It's late. I gotta go to work in the morning, but I gotta put this information out there because I see something that's happening within the community, and my hope is that you ladies don't get caught up and manipulated and played, because I see that a lot of you ladies, you want to have success, you want to have relationships, you want to find a decent quality man, but all of this high value stuff that's going on social media, it's designed to manipulate you, pull you in due to the images, and then you're gonna get used. Once used, you're going to feel bad, and my hope is that you will gain something from my shows to hopefully make better quality decisions, because it's really bad out here for y'all. Tonight's topic is high value men want easy women to use, not virgins. This live show is going to give you the tools needed beyond a shadow of doubt to make you recognize that when you hear men talk about high value, be mindful that the only purpose they have for you is to use you for sexual gratification, and then they're out. So if you're a young lady and you want to be used, if you're a young lady and you feel that you would like to get with a high value man so that he can have his way with your body, manipulate you, use your body for his own lustful purposes, and then discard you, if that's what you want as a woman, right, then this live show is not for you, because you want it. You want to be used. My goal and purpose on my shows is to give the people knowledge and understanding about different issues in life with a sense of humor, practical information you can comprehend, so that you can pretty much make better decisions for your life. That's what we do here on Black Male Advice TV. Let me see who's in the building. We have Reggie, Lisa Davis, what's going on? Muhammad, Kyra. Let me give a few shout outs. Let me see. A couple of people donated during the week and a few days ago, and I don't believe I shouted them out. We have Gretchen. Shout out to you for your donation on PayPal. Christina S. Shout out to you. Eddie S. and Daniel S. Sean James. Thanks for your donations via PayPal. Apologize, I didn't shout you out during the other previous shows, just that I was busy, tied up, and I don't really have my phone set up to get notifications, but nonetheless, appreciate your support. Let me see, fitness information, what's going on. AT3, what's going on? The great, man, this topic really hits home because I talk about these issues to try to edify sisters. I try to warn them. And a lot of times I feel like as sisters, you don't really want to change. You don't really want to grow. And when I notice that I don't see sisters really paying attention and I see them just going down the same path of destruction, it's almost like it's no hope. It's like, should I even warn them? Should I like just let them go and destroy their lives? I mean, they don't want to listen to truth. I mean, I've been sharing truth since 2006 on YouTube. This is not my only channel. I've been on YouTube since 2006. I'm one of the pioneers in this black sector of YouTube. Everybody knows that, but they never seem to acknowledge that because of envy and jealousy. And because with black people, we never like to pay homage to people who open doors or people who've been here before us. Everybody want to be the top dog. But when it comes to quality content, none of these content creators are even on the level of excellence when it comes to delivering information to empower their people so that they can be better. It seems as if though people are just doing what they can do to make some money. They really don't care about the destruction and the dysfunctional behavior of our people and how men are abusing women and how women are misusing men. No one seems to want to focus in on those topics. We want to talk about stuff that is just to tickle people's ears so that they can come back for more. And in that process, our people are not growing in terms of relationships and marriages and families. V-Dub man in the building, what's going on, bro? Let's see who else we got. Okay, the same people are here. All right. Yeah, so tonight's topic, again, it's late. Got to get up at 8 o'clock. Got to be at work at 8 o'clock. But at the end of the day, I really don't care because this information is going to be put out. Whether you like it or not, this information is going to be put out. I'm going to be talking about a particular content creator on YouTube, so he could take it as how he feel. I'm not coming here to call him names. I'm not coming here to disrespect him based on any sort of sexual preferences or anything like that. I'm very serious right now. He said some things in a live stream last night, pretty much tonight, last night, whatever the case is. And I pretty much copied a certain section of it because I want to use that as a teaching point to show women that my previous live stream, when I talked about how high-value men are not really interested in wifing you up. They're not really interested in making you a bride. They're not interested really even in having children with you. The primary goal of said man is to just use you for sexual purposes. And after that, they discard you. On that particular broadcast, this man made mention that, first of all, a caller called in and she was talking about how, what about like a woman who is a virgin? And this particular content creator, You all know who I'm talking about, Mr. High Value. He said that he wouldn't date a virgin. Now, let's think and let's consider a couple of things. When you think about high value, when you think about a woman who is of value, we would want to believe that a woman who is of value would essentially be a woman who is a virgin. I mean, when I think about a woman who is in her prime, a woman who is in her early 20s, and she's a virgin, I would consider her to be possibly of great value, especially if she has the upbringing of understanding her role as a wife. She grew up in a good household. She understands how to humble herself, to submit to a man, and she wants to be a wife and bear children. I would consider a young lady like that to be of great value. Very, very great value in comparison to what we have today. When we think about most women in today's culture, we live in the culture by which women are sexually liberated to go out there and have many experiences, many different encounters with different men. And you would think that a man of high value, that he would more or less want to gravitate towards a woman who is pure, not experienced in that lifestyle, someone in whom he can take under his wing and guide her through life so that she can be a wife that not only is pure and never had any encounters with any other man, but she's able to learn from him so that she can grow up and be an example of what we would consider a true high value woman. That is not what he was talking about. He made it very clear that he would not even date a virgin. In other words, based on what I'm getting, a virgin is not necessarily the type of woman he would want for several reasons. And this is why as black women, especially, you need to pay very close attention to the content that I'm sharing with you, because I'm trying to guide you away from something that is happening within social media that is designed to lead you to your downfall. I've already warned you. Most of these men on social media do not have your best interests at heart. Their main primary goal is to use you. And once they get you, they discard you. And when they discard you, you're left to pick up the pieces. You have many content creators, they come on social media and they talk about how we have all of these single mothers, and they're always belittling and bashing and just beating a dead horse, and they're always crucifying the single mothers on social media. Now, bear with me and hear me out. These content creators will tell black men that they should avoid single mothers like the plague. Now, consider that, write that down in your notes. Most of these black men on YouTube are telling brothers that they need to avoid single mothers because in their minds, single mothers are a problem, and as men, we shouldn't even take note of them. This is what black men are doing on social media. Write that down on your notepad, because I'm taking you on a journey to pretty much substantiate everything that I'm going to be sharing throughout this live show. If they're telling you not to deal with single mothers because they got kids by different men, because they have a lot of sexual history, you would think that because they're telling you that as a man, you would want to get with a woman who is more on the pure side, a woman who is a virgin, a woman who never been sexually exploited by men, a woman who have no sexual history, one in whom can learn from you. You would think that a man would more likely want to enjoy the company of a virgin woman, a woman who haven't been stamped or imprinted by the stains of other men, who have a hard drive that is clean. You would think that a high value man would want that, but not this content creator. He don't want that. So if he don't want that, what he's essentially saying is that he want women that are easy, women that can be easily accessed, women that we can gain entry, get what we need, and then discard them. That's pretty much the goal of tonight, or the goal that the so-called high value man wanted to do last night on the show. Now, if that was uttered from him, then the majority, or pretty much all men who proclaim themselves as high value, they believe that as women, you're supposed to give them sexual gratification immediately. In other words, if they were to take you out on a date, these particular men are expecting you to literally give them sexual pleasures within the night, within the week. They literally, for lack of better words, are demanding that this happen. And they're not taking no for an answer. They're not interested in marrying you. They're not interested in loving you. They're not interested in a long-term relationship with you. What they want is to use you and then get rid of you. What I want you sisters to know is that when you listen to this particular content creator, they're selling you a gimmick, a dream. They're not serious. No man that proclaim high value want to marry a woman that got kids, that want to marry a woman that is a virgin, that want to marry. They don't want that. What they want is sex. That's all they want. And that's what I've been trying to preach, to help sisters to wake up so that you don't go down that path, getting with these particular guys that are out to destroy your life. Now, if you're that type of sister who want to get with a man that's going to use you, that's going to abuse you, if you want that kind of guy, then hey, have at it. Do what you want to do. Go get that kind of guy and let him have his way with you. And in the end, when you realize that you've been hurt, when you realize that he left you after making all these promises, you can't get mad with nobody else but yourself. I'm looking out for the younger sisters mainly, because there's a lot of sisters out there that are virgins and they throw their lives away. And when they get a little more mature, they realize their mistakes. And I've been warning sisters, especially a lot of virgin sisters, I've been warning them for years to get married to a quality, righteous man. But for whatever reason, they never seem to go down that path. They always give up their virginity to the worst possible man ever. And then they get pregnant. Then they have a baby. Then they get with another man, get pregnant again, didn't learn their lesson. And now they're mad at all men. And it could have been avoided if they just listened to the content that I've been sharing over the years. I have hundreds of videos on my Patreon site where I talk about different issues and nobody's paying attention. People are just living out their lives, being entertained. And then what happens is when you make these decisions with these guys that you're chasing because you believe they're high value, you're going to be sadly mistaken when they use you and discard you. So it's my hope during this live show that you sisters listen to the facts, listen to the testimony, and put the puzzle together. Make sure you watch yesterday's live show because it was very important where I talked about how both men and women should avoid dating. It's a trap. Men are not dating you because they love you or they want to wife you or because they want to have children. They're dating you because they're investing in something that they want a return on. So if you're a woman of value, a woman who respects yourself, a woman who understands that as a sister, it's very important to have the right type of guy in your path, then you would make a better decision and not just get with a man because he claims to be high value. Instead, you would look at this brother's resume and try to figure out, do this brother really have what he say? What are his intentions? That way I can know where I need to be. Because if you don't have the proper roadmap of where this man is taking you, what his intentions are, he's going to use you. He's going to use you. My point tonight is to show you beyond a shadow of doubt that high value men don't want nothing to do with a virgin woman. Now you might be asking, but Ringo, if that's their preference, then it is what it is. No, sister, you have to use your brain and you have to think logically. If a high value man don't want a virgin, then that totally annihilates his purpose for having a channel trying to give women advice. You would think that a high value man want the highest of value of women, but they don't. They want the lowest value of women, women that don't respect themselves, women that are quick to give it up, women that, they could just use and discard. Those are the women they truly want. They don't want a woman that actually used their brain. They don't want a woman that says, you know what, we're gonna wait. They don't want that. They want easy access. They make demands. If you watch this particular content creator, he makes it very clear that because of his value, that he don't have to wait in line like these other guys. If you get with him, you're gonna have to give it up. And he said a lot of disrespectful things about women. And you know what's sad about this, ladies? Back in the day when I used to make a lot of content, a lot of you sisters used to flag my videos down. Used to flag my videos down when I didn't say anything negative. Because you were in your feelings, because I was trying to guide you, you were getting upset. And you would flag my videos down to try to stop the process of me helping women. And that's why I shut down my Black Female Advice TV channel. For any of you who know that I had a channel just for women, put a 1 in the chat, where I specifically only made videos for women. And women were flagging my videos for trying to help them, for trying to guide them in the right path. So you have to think about this. I'm trying to help you do better. But if you don't want to do better, I can't help you. You're going to go down a path of destruction because these guys are out to get you. And I'm trying to warn you. This particular content creator has created a movement that is causing a lot of black men to have a mindset of just getting with our women to use them. They're not interested in building with you. This is why when you look at these particular men, none of them will have wives. None of them have any women. There are no women around. It's all about dating. And I've already warned you, sisters, another word for dating is to hook up to have sex. So in their mind, if they pay for a dinner, you got to be willing to sleep with them at the end of the night. They're going to manipulate you. They're going to tell you that they shouldn't have to wait too long. You got to really wake up as a woman and say, wait a minute, why is this guy saying this? This is so disrespectful. Why is he pretty much pressuring me to have sex with him? You know, this is a very bad thing. This man said some disrespectful stuff about you sisters, but yet you don't attack his channel. You don't flag videos. You don't say anything. But if I said that, you would have a problem with me. And I see that as very hypocritical that a man can literally say, hey, if I'm taking you out, blah, 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 this is going to happen, that's going to happen. And then in the process, be disrespectful to you. And you just let it slide because as far as you're concerned, you're entertained. This is not a laughing matter, ladies. These are young ladies that are being destroyed. And then when we turn around, we want to say that there are no good men leading the community. There are no good men out there speaking about these issues. And here I am speaking about the issues, but yet I'm not getting your support. Instead, you're looking at me like I'm a party pooper who's trying to spoil your fun. And this is a problem in this society. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some footage. And again, to this particular content creator, respect the law and respect fair use, because I'm not here to play games. I'm here to educate people. That's what I'm here for. If you want to do your thing manipulating our women, if you want to do your thing running your show, doing whatever, and they're foolish enough to fall down that path, then I'm going to let them rock it out. But always be mindful that there are women out here that want a real man, a man of real value, a man that really will wife them up and be a husband, not a gimmick, not a man that's putting on a show to manipulate our women. There are sisters out there that will listen to the truth, and hopefully they'll listen to what I got to say. Because the purpose of my show is to give you a balanced approach to what's going on. And people don't like to hear the truth. That's why they get upset when I make content. I'm one of the most dangerous guys on YouTube when it comes to sharing information. They know this already. I have a vast history of literally putting out information that will make people wake up. They know this already. So when I put out information, you best believe you better pay attention because it's going to make a whole lot of sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into some information here due to a clip that was said in his show last night. Very, very bad. And I need for sisters to pretty much look at this, weigh the options, look at the information and ask yourself, why would a high value man say that he wouldn't even date a virgin? That mean he have no intention on wasting his time. It's about sex. If you know anything about a virgin, she's not just gonna give it up to you. She's not. She's not gonna be easily to put in bed. But a woman who's been around, a woman who's been intimate with different men, been in relationships, she's more likely to bend. She's more likely to give up what she have. But once you do that, lady, it's a wrap. The guy is gonna leave and you're gonna be hurt again. So with that said, let me get all of this stuff set up because I really wanna make sure that you sisters pay attention, because a lot of these men, they have bad intentions, man. Bad intentions. This woman called in on the show, and when I heard that part, it really bothered me, because so many women are flocking to this guy's show, and I got no problem with that. At the end of the day, that's cool if people want to come to your show. But when you're a woman and you're blind and you can't see, you cannot see when you are literally being played, then it says a lot about why you have no success in relationships. You gravitate towards men of no value, and you take advice from people that literally are telling you, I'm here to just use women for sex. And you're entertained by that. And you're wondering why you got no man long term who respects you, who want to be with you, who want to have children with you. You're wondering why you don't have that. It's because you're around people that don't have that. And you're around people that use women. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna only attract men that use women. So if a guy appeared to be high value, you're hiding behind this high value, but do these men really have value? Come on, you gotta wake up and recognize this, you know? Let me see what we got. All right, so let me tune this up. Let me see. Yeah, you know, this is one of those topics here that I truly wish I had 5,000 people watching right now, because the word needs to get out. The word needs to get out, because when men are like this, it says a lot. And if a man is truly high value and you make content like this to show, then a man of that particular value should be willing to respond to the fact that they're only in business to use women, not get upset and be like, oh, you know, I don't know why he's talking about me and crying. Be a man, think logical, and when someone begin to make content that calls out or to scrutinize what you say, then you as a man supposed to be willing to come to the table and say, okay, that's my purpose. My purpose is only to pretty much come out and use women sexually and not have no interest in marrying them, because that's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. The majority of high value men are not taking you down no aisle to get married. They're not trying to have babies with you. And keep in mind, I don't support none of this high value nonsense. I'm 100% against all high value so-called talking points because it is not really high value. It's a gimmick. That's what it is. It's a gimmick to make you ladies believe in something, to gravitate towards something because they know that you're going to be thirsty for the financial aspects of being involved with a man who have a certain amount of money. And I'm telling you, no amount of money makes a man high value. It goes deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get into this particular situation here. I'm going to tune this up, and what we're going to do, we're going to play the footage, right? We're going to play some footage, and I am going to let it rock, and then I'm going to pause and share my thoughts about it. And what I want you to do, you as the viewer, you as a female, I want you to listen to it and see if it makes sense. And really think about your future. Think about all the young ladies and ask yourself, why would a high value man not want to date a virgin? Because they want easy access. They want women that can be used. And now what was so startling and terrible about what he said later on was he said the only way, or he said he would marry that virgin if she was a 9, right? And he would, that's the only way he would marry that virgin. Now, if he would marry the virgin if she was a 9, then that mean all the other women that are not virgins, that may have a sexual history, they're not marrying you. It says and speaks volumes. You got to listen to this because it's going to wake you up. And if it don't wake you up, you're lost forever. It's just that simple. So let's get into this information here. And that's about it. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Wrong screen. This is the screen here. All right, let's go. Let's listen to this. Y'all ready? Oh,
Play.
Wait, hold on. Let me rewind this back. Let me see. All right. Let's rewind this back.
You're a Christian and you're a virgin because you're a Christian, then you should be up under your father and your pastor and in the church trying to find a husband.
Now, a little brief information here. A young lady called in and pretty much she was talking about being a virgin, and he's basically telling her that you need to be up under a pastor and your father and all the typical talking points to try to sell you the illusion that if you want to be a wife or be married, then they will like arrange a marriage and so forth. What you ladies have to see is the way the manipulation works. If his show is to give you advice on getting with a high value man, what really are you getting with the high value man for? Are you getting with the high value man to be a wife? Or are you getting with the high value man just to have sex with him because he got money? Because if a virgin need to get her pastor and get her father to try to arrange a situation for marriage, then what about the woman who is not the Christian, the woman who don't know her father, and she's just in the street trying to find a high value man? What does she do and who does she turn to? These are all things that you as a lady have to pinpoint and recognize. Let's listen to some more.
But you haven't always been a Christian, right?
No.
How long you been a Christian?
I would say 6 years.
So 6 years. So until age 22, you was out here with us. Why hadn't you had sex by then? Because God had nothing to do with it.
I was just scared because
Exactly. So don't use Christianity as a shield now when you still hadn't had sex, when the mean age for most people having sex is 16. Ma'am, you are in the extreme minority and you put yourself that way through your choices. You will, your options are likely going to be an arranged marriage or matchmaker because everybody else out here is having sex. I wish you would tell me you're a virgin. I would not even go out with you.
Oh, wow.
Now, you heard what he said? He said, if you told him that you're a virgin, he would not even go out with you. This is coming from the high value man. You would think that the high value man would have some sort of integrity to recognize that a woman of true value, if we were to label a woman of true value, it would be the woman who is the virgin. She would be the woman of the utmost value. He said, I wouldn't even go out with you. Listen to some more.
Real
Okay.
talk. I would never go out with a virgin.
Even if she was that 8, 9, 10 that you're looking for?
If she was at 8, 9, and 10, the only reason I would go out with is with the intent to marry her within inside of 3 months. But just dating, hell no.
Now think about this. He said with the intent of marrying within 3 months, but when it comes to dating, he said hell no. Now, why would he say hell no when it comes to dating? Again, dating is another word for hooking up to have sex. He don't want to waste no time. You see, the high value men in today's culture are just looking for women to hook up to have sex. They don't want no marriage. They're not trying to have babies, but they'll sell you the illusion. They'll sell you, ladies, what can you do to gain a high value man? Ladies, do you have what it takes to gain a high value man? Sisters, what do you bring to the table for a high value man? Women, do you want to be married? Would you like a man that's high value? All of that is to sell you the illusion that when you get with said high value man, that you're going to be living in the lax of luxury, when truly their only intent is to have sex with you and then leave you. That's it.
To find an 8, 9, or 10 virgin, you marry that. But most aren't that. And she could not be an 8 at a virgin. She has to be a 9.
Now, that's even more superficial. Now he's saying that a woman who is a virgin, she can't even be a 8. She have to be a 9 in order for him to marry her. Now, you always hear him talk about an adjustable 6. That just throws that whole argument out the window. Because if a virgin, in order for him to marry her, she have to be a 9, which mean pretty much perfect, right? In terms of outward appearance. We ain't even talk about her inner abilities, her character. We didn't even talk about that. We're pretty much talking only about her outer features. This is all superficial and vain. To only be focusing on a woman's outward appearance is horrible. And he said that she's not even supposed to be an 8. She's supposed to be a 9. And then we are able to look forward to whatever we want to do with her. So now, what does that say about all of you sisters that are adjustable 6s? What does that say about you sisters that are 7s, 6s, and 5s? They're not marrying you. They don't want to have kids with you. They don't even respect you. Think about what was said and use your brain and think logically. This is a game, and most of you sisters are being played by this game.
Because that's what you marry.
Okay.
Quickly.
He said quickly. Quickly you marry the woman who is the virgin, who is a 9. But we already heard from him that he said he wouldn't date a virgin. That contradicts what he's saying. He said he would quickly marry the virgin if she was a 9, right? Contradiction. He said he wouldn't date women who are virgins. So how can he marry a woman who is a virgin who is a 9 if he's not willing to date a woman who is a virgin who is a 9? Let that make sense. It makes no sense, because in order for you to marry someone, you have to hook up with them and get to know them. He's not interested in that. This is why he said he would never date a virgin. So what he's trying to explain to the woman is a little bit of what I call quick thinking, because remember, you're live, you're doing a show, and you have to think quick in order to respond. So it sounds good, but if people pay attention, they'll say, wait a minute. See, the caller should have said, hold up, wait a minute. You're telling us that in order for you to get with this virgin, you'll marry her if she's a 9 within 3 months quickly. That's what you said, right? But how can you do that, sir, if you're unwilling to date a virgin? That question right there would have put him against the wall. This is why it takes a man of truth to pretty much debate these so-called high-value men. Because once you hit them with true good talking points, you'll have them boxed in a corner and they won't be able to run. What he should do or make known on his channel is that he's only here to hook up with women for sex. It's not about marriage. It's not about no long-term relationship. It's about women who just desire to experience the finer things in life in terms of just dating or being with a man of value who can show them around town, fly them out on vacations, and pampering them with gifts. That to me would be better because it lets women know exactly what they're getting. You're just pretty much getting a sugar daddy. You understand? But to say that he's not willing to date a virgin speaks volumes, and it totally destroys the purpose of dating advice. Because a virgin woman, if she hears something like that, she's going to be like, wait a minute. If you're Mr. High Value, right? Why would you say you're not willing to date a virgin? And then from the same tongue, say you would marry her if she's a 9. So you won't marry her if she's an adjustable 6. You won't marry her if she's a 7. So it has nothing to do with, you're totally infatuated by how she look. Ladies, you're not gonna always look your best as you age. As you age, things change. You understand what I'm saying? Your body changes. And what's sad about this is that a lot of men, they act as if though their bodies are gonna always be the same as well. They act as if though women who get with them are going to always be happy with the way they look. Sometimes a woman may want you to be muscular. Sometimes a woman may want her man to lose some weight or get fit as he age. These men don't think about that because they're selfish. And this is a sad situation, and I can't believe that most women that watch his show are even calling in like you're wasting your time. See, women should be following content creators that are literally trying to direct them towards long-term relationships, not hookups so they could be used and then discarded. And this is something that I'm trying to share here. So again, pay attention to the show because this is life-changing information if you pay attention.
How soon would you want to get married?
Listen, if I can do 6 months, I mean, if he's ready in 6 months, I'm ready in 6 months.
Well, you're gonna be you going to a matchmaker. That's where you going. Go take some of that real estate money and go and get you a matchmaker. Because you're out here talking about on Tinder and Bumble and dating apps. Put that virgin shit up if you want to. Click. Go ahead and get your preemptive virgin taps. Not gonna happen.
But what would I do moving forward?
I've told you, ma'am, nothing even for this show, but I gave you as much as I can. Matchmaker. You're too old to be a virgin on this dating market. You're not gonna find. Do you want a man that's a virgin too?
Now, what he just did there is manipulation. He said, do you want a man who is a virgin too? Ladies, pay attention to what I'm saying. I'm a real man, a real family man with the fruits. I have the results that pretty much the majority of people on YouTube are seeking after. I have over 27 years of marriage experience. I'm long-term results. Father, takes care of his children. Been through the ups, the down, the good, the bad, the ugly. This man is asking this woman, would you want a man who is a virgin? Now, what does that question signify? What does that question do? What is it designed to do to make a woman respond? This is what it is designed to do. women know that in today's culture we have, different sites that show sexually explicit content, and women are always talking about how they want a man that knows what he's doing in the bedroom and so forth, a man that's more experienced, a man that knows how to please a woman. All of you ladies, you heard this already. So by him asking her, would you like a man who's a virgin? It is actually a question to trick her to say no. Naturally, a woman is going to say no, not because she knows what she's doing, but because she realized that the question is more or less to trick her into saying no. Once she say no, that validates his point on why he don't want to date a virgin. She is going to say no because I want a man who is experienced, a man who knows how to please a woman sexually. Now think about this. We're dealing with marriage, which is multifaceted. Marriage is not just about sex. Marriage is a learning experience. No one comes into marriage perfect and knowing everything. So sex should not be the primary focus when coming together. When you hear the word virgin, that should not pretty much focus on sex alone. When you think of virgin, you're thinking of a young lady who have no experience, which means she can actually learn from you as a man. So when he asks her, would you like a man who is a virgin? Naturally, she's going to say no, because women would more likely want a man who is well experienced with sex so that he's able to please her. But that doesn't necessarily mean that because a man is sexually experienced that he's going to please you. A lot of guys out here claim to know how to get down in the bedroom, but for most of you women, you know that's not true. Because if the truth be told, most women in today's culture don't even experience orgasms through vaginal penetration. They really don't, because most men don't know what they're doing. So all of this experience stuff is literally subjective. So we're going to listen in and hear a little bit more so that we could gather more information. Let's go.
No. Because I feel like if I don't know what I'm doing and he doesn't know what he's doing, like what?
Well, due
Might be
respect, ma'am.
awkward.
Due respect, ma'am.
Now, notice that. She said, no, because if I don't know what I'm doing and he don't know what he's doing, then that would be a problem. She messed up by saying that. Because if the truth be told, as a man, you would want a woman who don't know what she's doing so that you can teach her what to do. That's the beauty of being with a virgin. She have no sexual history. She haven't had any bad experiences. She don't come to the table with the baggage and the hurts and the pains. She come to the table to serve you, to cater to you, to be your wife. And now you can teach her everything she needs to know sexually. That's the beauty of that situation. Not only that, a woman who is a virgin, she has the ability to pair bond. She has the ability to receive your spirit. And now she has a soul tie connected to you that she would only want to be with you. Do you understand my point? So he tricked her into saying, no, I don't want a man who is a virgin because if he don't know what he's doing, then I don't know what I'm doing. All of that stuff makes no sense. Do cats and dogs need training on how to have sex? No, they know what to do. Do any other species of animal need training on how to have sex? No, you just do what you got to do. Simple as that. None of that makes sense. When a man get with a woman, naturally, everything is supposed to happen. And as you grow, you get better and better through practice. So none of this makes any sense. What she should have said was, yes, but that wouldn't make no sense either, because technically speaking and scientifically speaking, a man is not a virgin. No man is a virgin. The word virgin only applies to a woman. You understand? A woman have what is known as a hymen. The hymen can be considered like a soda cap. It could be considered like a can of Pepsi. When you pop the seal, now it has been exposed. You can't sell it when it's open. But when she's a virgin, she's sealed because she has a hymen. A man don't have a hymen. A man can't possibly be a virgin. When we study the word virgin from a biblical context, right, it literally means a woman who is of maritable age, a damsel. You know what I mean? It means a woman who never been with a man. You know what I mean? So the word virgin can't be applied to a man. Even if a man never had sex with a woman, you can't call him a virgin. A virgin is a woman of maritable age. Study the word virgin and the origin of virgin. It only applies to women. So it makes no sense to even call a man a virgin. If he never had sex with a woman, then say he never had sex with a woman. But you cannot say he's a virgin because that word is a feminine word that only apply to women. I'm giving you real biblical information, knowledge that most people just don't know. Like you have a lot of guys out here, they're talking about, well, you know, I'm a virgin. And it sounds really, really sad that a man is sitting there calling himself a virgin. What he's basically saying is this, and I don't mean to be disgusting or anything, but when a man says he's a virgin, what he's saying is that he never been penetrated yet. He's saying that nobody never broke his seal. If you get where I'm going, that's what he's saying. And that's not what he should be saying as a man. And in this culture, they got men believing that because of stuff like this. So let's listen to some more.
You were kind of disingenuous when you came in. You're not a virgin because of Christianity. You're a virgin because you were socially awkward and scared. Christianity is a convenient excuse for convenient reason of the last 6 years. And I don't know how this is going to work at all, but matchmaker would be your best bet. Go ahead and take about 30 grand and see if you can find a husband, because you already went to the debt for college, right?
Right.
Yeah. Either this or you're going to end up with a dog and a cat in your future.
Notice how he have no advice for the young lady in terms of what she need to do to find a husband and so forth. It's just like, they just, brush her off and then she's just left to do whatever. It's because his back is against the wall. This is what I mean. When people call in on the show, he needs people that are going to challenge his talking points, that's going to really ask him questions that are real. But I believe that even if they did that, he's going to cut them off and pretty much hang up on them, because that's what happens. Like a person like me, I can't call in. If I call in, I'm going to be hanged up on because, they already know who I am. You have to understand, he know who I am. You understand? Everybody on YouTube within the so-called black sector, they know who I am and they know the work that I do. And they're afraid of me because they know that when I speak logical. Anybody that's listening to this live show right now, you know good and well that I'm making perfect sense. But yet, because of that, a lot of people, they're not acknowledging it. And they don't want to hold people accountable for the destructive behavior that they have. This young lady that's calling in, she really don't know where she's going. And sadly, she's going to be cut off because this particular man, he's not directing her. He's not giving her key information to help her grow. And this is unfortunate, but this is the world we live in. So let's listen to some more.
I don't want that.
Well, I mean, and I'm making it lighthearted, man, but 28-year-old virgin on the dating market, no, that just doesn't work. All right, then. Bye-bye, sis.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. Ty, unmute yourself, Ty. As usual, Doc comes in and shuts it down. She said 3 weeks. Ladies, when you think Doc and Shirley came through and shut it down. When you know, and ain't no reason to be playing games.
Let me talk about that. Like, he had 2 ladies that came in, right? And these particular 2 ladies are most likely older women who most likely have no relationships and no marriages. But they were basically trying to encourage women that when you deal with a man, you got to give up the skins within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you got to know exactly what you're doing. Now, the dangers of that, ladies, is this. You giving up your body to these high-value men do not guarantee you long-term success. Only thing it guarantees you is hurts and pains. So I personally believe, and this is my personal opinion, I believe that when women call in like that, it almost sounds staged to me. It almost sounds like, let me hire 2 or 3 people to call in to say what I want to say, but instead let me let a female say it so that it can influence the majority of women to believe that you're supposed to give a man your body within 2 to 3 weeks after meeting him, because if you don't, he's going to get frustrated and leave. My thing is, as a woman, if a man want to get frustrated because you don't want to give him no sex in the beginning of the relationship, then you should let him go. That's because he's only there to use you. I mean, wake up and smell the coffee. In that show, there was another clip, but I didn't put it in this show here because I've realized after I exported the video that you see on the screen, there was another female that came in there and said something else, and it was just terrible where she came in. I might do a show and put it on my Patreon for that one, because she came in and she said she had sex with a man on the first day. In other words, the first day she met him, the first day, she said she had sex with him, right? And then she asked this content creator, how can I make this man that I had sex with on the first day, how can I make him now marry me? And when I heard that, I'm like, wow, you have sex with this man on the first day you met him. Now you're asking a man, what do I need to do to get the man that I had sex with on the first day? How do I get him to marry me now? See, that's called backwards. And that's where a lot of women are today. You're giving men your body, and then you're expecting him to marry you. Listen, if I can get a test drive of a Lamborghini, that doesn't mean I'm going to buy it. But I wouldn't mind having a test drive. A lot of you ladies are allowing men to stick their key in your ignition and take you for a spin around the block. And once they finish, they come back and they put the car down for another man to get his turn. You shouldn't allow that nonsense. It makes no sense. But anyway, let's get back into this.
And if you are playing games, there's a fear somewhere. And you should not be taking your fear out on your new dude. That's what it comes down to. Pressure women, though. What are you talking about? Some guy said, don't pressure women. What are you talking about? Jay Young, don't pressure women, though. Are you a grown-up? We're not talking about high school girls. You cannot pressure a grown woman. I assume we're dealing with adults. Man, that's something your mama told you, man. If you don't take that blue pill beta male shit on somewhere.
Notice how he's insulting the man who basically said you're pressuring women. Do you see how we had somebody that came into the chat and he told this content creator, he said, you're pressuring women. And he's brushing him off as he's a blue pill guy who learned something from his mama. And see, that's so disrespectful, because here we had a black man or whatever kind of man standing up for the women, saying you're pressuring them to have sex. That's wrong, right? He's saying, you don't know what you're talking about. That's blue pill nonsense, and you need to get out of here with that mess. Why? This is one of the reasons why people like me could never call in on his show to share my thoughts the way I need to share them, because he's not going to listen to that. Because again, the point of YouTube is everybody want to be the one that influence. I have great influence on YouTube. Even if a man have 100,000 subs, that means nothing compared to Ringo TV Raw. I have great influence. And when I speak, it actually causes people to think. Their greatest fear is me influencing their audience. This is one of the reasons why a lot of times they never mention my name. Why? Because if you mention my name, now what that will essentially do is cause women to gravitate to my platform and begin to take heed of information that pretty much challenge what this content creator is doing. And when you see the difference of the material, you're going to say to yourself, wow, this brother is really teaching. This guy is not. And then you're going to know what real high value is all about. And I don't proclaim to be high value, by the way, but let's listen to some more.
Pressure women? We're adults. Adults have sex. Remember the show that was based here, Sex in the City, about 4 independent women who were in charge of their sexuality? Women don't have a problem having sex. Women have a problem having sex with new guys. We're not talking about virgins. See, that's some of this. Women are innocent, and sex is something you do to them. You do realize that women out here getting it in more than men, especially millennials and zennials. A lot of you guys are far less sexually experienced than your female counterparts.
There you go with the shaming tactics where they shame men by saying, oh, women are out there having more sex than you guys. And because of this is why, you need to be out here not focusing on, who's a virgin or any of that stuff. You should just be out here having sex. Now, think about this. If the channel that he have is designed to give women advice on how to get with a high value man, you would think it's all about a long-term relationship of success, tranquility, and, harmony and love. No, it's not about that. What this is essentially about is just hooking up with people so that we can have sex. Now, if that's what his channel is about, then he needs to make the women understand that, look, ladies, when you come here, my channel is pretty much so that you can hook up with a high value man to provide sex for him in exchange for gifts, dinners, and so forth. That way, that channel will attract women that only want a sugar daddy. Sadly, the channel is attracting women that are truly looking for advice on how to make their relationship work, but he can't provide you that advice. Based on everything I just showed you, there is no fruit to illustrate that he have the qualifications, the education, or the fruits and results to pretty much direct women in the path of being with a man of value who's going to appreciate them in a long-term relationship. It's just not there. The data is not there. What we're hearing is sex, sex, sex. We live in a culture where it's all about sex. Nobody's trying to get to know nobody. The only thing we're trying to do now is just get in each other's pants. And if you call that high value, I really don't know what you're looking for.
There were no, I don't know what you're talking about. You still thinking that's something you do. Like she's getting something, you're getting something. No, sir. Soy boy talk, man. I'm not low key RP. I am RP. I always have been. That's the truth. And the truth is simply this. The kind of men I target are men who are busy with trying to be the best version of themselves. They're hard workers, early risers. They're out here trying to get it. Blue collar or white collar. However they get it, they're getting it. Competitive, productive, successful. These are grown men, and grown men expect grown men rewards. We want grown men drinks. We don't want Shirley Temples and Amaretto Sours. We want scotch. We want bourbon. We want ribs. We want a steak.
Basically, what he's saying is they want vagina on demand. Everything he just finished saying there, the interpretation is simply high-value men want vagina on demand.
We want grown men shit, and we want a grown man reward. After going out here and working and paying for stuff, I want you to bend over that couch and salute. Yes.
You heard what he just said, right? You heard what he just said. He said he want you as a woman to bend over that couch so that he can have his way with you because he took you to a dinner. This is what you ladies are listening to. This is where your donations are going. You're not donating to my show. You're not hitting the Cash App. You're not sending me no PayPals. I don't see no super chats. I don't see anything. But you're giving support to men that just want to use you. And you're okay with that. That's interesting.
Not trying. What are you talking about? We're grown people. And we know what it is. She said, damn, I must be doing something wrong then. Ladies, you can still call in. I'll leave it. If you ladies want to call in, I'll leave it open. I don't date virgins. No, I don't date virgins. I don't want to date virgins. Queen of Sheba, Oh, I saw you. I saw you on Instagram. I don't date virgins. Why would I date a virgin? I'm a grown man. And sex is in the picture. See, here's the thing. I will be honest. Personally, I try to give advice and speak from my guys like myself, not necessarily me, and what they think, not make it personal. Me, I'm not pressed. First date sex, take it or leave it, honestly. Because I expect it to happen. I expect it to happen. And with that thing and moving that way, whether it happens first date, which is normally doesn't, second date, third date, yeah. But it's normally not when you're not pressed about it, it shouldn't become a, well, are we having it or not? Fuck all that, man. If you got to do all that, it ain't worth it. Well, hey, it's the fourth date. It's time to have that sex now. No, thank you. You keep it. I mean, I'll just be real talk. For guys like myself, if it has to be that, if we got to have a conversation about it, well, we've had 3 dates now, and wow, let's see, there have been 89 text messages and 6 phone conversations. Give me the ad machine and the abacus and shit. Well, that equals missionary position, reverse cowgirl, doggy.
Wow.
Actually, carry the one. That even equates to a little fellatio.
Sad.
Here's my invoice. I'll be needing to get that up off of you. I'll pass. By the time it should happen, you should be wanting to fuck me like I want to fuck you.
Wow.
And if not, I'll pass. I will refuse to take some some tentative coochie. No, thank you. Keep it. Thank you, guys. I mean, I'm not sure if it's quite right. What? That's some high school shit, man. What? Third date is like, shit. All right. Tentative coochie. Nobody want no tentative coochie.
Wake up, people. You see, everything you just heard him say is horrible, to say the least. Absolutely horrible. And see, a lot of you young ladies out there, you're going to get caught up. If you don't pay attention to the show, you're going to get caught up out there. Again, my hope is that you'll take the information that I'm sharing and realize that most of these guys on social media, they don't have your best interests at heart. They really don't. They only want to use you, abuse you, take advantage of your body, and then discard you. Everything about him is focused around sex. It's not about long-term relationships. It's not about getting to know you. They don't even want to know you. They just want to know your body. So as a woman, you have to think, and you have to say, you know what, Ringo is right. That's all they're interested in. I can't believe what I just heard. It's crazy. And my heart goes out to the young sisters that are virgins that are listening to this type of nonsense. And now, again, all of you women that are not virgins, you need to pay attention even more, because if Kevin is not interested in dating a virgin, then he's not interested in marrying any of you. That means that high-value men, they're not interested in marrying women. They're only interested in sex. You heard him. He did the calculations of what was spent, and based on all the calculations, he determined that you owe him sex. You do what you want with it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Sad. 235 people in the building, only 66 likes. Ain't that something? Wow. That just proves it right there that people don't care. They don't care. I'm pretty much wasting my time. So I'm going to head on out, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Do with it what you want. I'm tired of talking to the choir, preaching to the choir. Women don't want to listen. You know, it's real discouraging where women, they don't want to hear no truth. I'm convinced they don't really want to hear no truth. They don't want to grow. They want to be used. I'm convinced. I am convinced that our women want to be used. They don't want leadership from real black men. They don't want nobody speaking for them. They don't want nobody guiding them. They want to be used. Judging after this, I'm convinced they don't want to be edified at all. So, hey, 200 and something people in the building, only a couple of likes. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take care. You know what I'm saying? Videos going to Patreon. I'm not leaving this on YouTube because obviously you don't want to learn nothing, right? I mean, I'm wasting my time. So, hey, you do what you want. I'm out, y'all. I gotta get up to work soon. I'm tired of the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I just gave y'all a college-educated course on what's going on YouTube. And my likes is at 66. Y'all bugging. This is crazy. I'm wasting my time. So I'm out, y'all. Y'all take care. It's Black Male Advice TV. You already done know what it is. And that's about it, man. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut.